Hi everybody, this is Ellie. Thanks so much for joining me today for a quick journal with me video. I actually haven't been in my avec at all since July. I watercolored some pages, but I didn't actually journal on them. So this video is just me getting back into my journal and some of the ways that help me do that. I've pulled out my Koi watercolors and I'm doing some water plopping on the bottom of these two pages. I've just chosen a green and a blue and I'm just having fun with it. There's not much rhyme or reason. I have turned the notebook upside down. I just find it easier to work from the top down instead of vice versa. And I'm no watercolor expert, but I am happy with how this turned out. One of the reasons that I haven't been in this journal is because in July and August I was journaling in my standard size inserts and not in this notebook, which is a Hobonichi A6 avec. Here I'm just pulling out my Ranger Heat It tool to help dry the watercolor a little bit faster. I'm not the most patient, so you'll also see me blotting some of the wetter spots with my little rag. The other reason I haven't been journaling too much is because I've been feeling a little bit down, and sometimes looking at a journal can overwhelm me, especially when it's this Hobonichi where I would ideally like it to be more creative and include things like paint and tip-ins and pictures. One of the ways that really helps me get back into my journal is finding and saving posts online that I think are beautiful and that really speak to me. You'll see on the 16th, I've printed out an Instagram post by Revelatory. I've mentioned her before and I will link her again. She has a beautiful watercolor account and it centers mostly around self-care and wellness. And she's really honest and acknowledges that things aren't always going well and that's okay. And her work really resonates with me. So when I saw this particular piece, I had saved it and knew that it would get into my journal and therefore get me back into my journal. I'm just holding it up. It's some lovely words, a lovely sentiment. She's got rainbow colors, and I'm getting ready to glue it down with my trusty glue stick. You'll also see I have pulled out some washi circle stickers that I got from Paper Plus Cloth, and it comes in a pastel rainbow of colors, so I just pulled off a whole set so that I could play around and use the ones that I want. I apologize, some of this next footage is not going to be centered in frame, but it will eventually come back up and you'll get to see everything again. This piece by Revelatory acknowledges that things are hard and they're not okay, and that we're in it together and everything does pass. So what I wanted to do was print out some pictures that remind me that there is joy and happy moments and things to look back on that will make me smile even during challenging times. I've been playing around with these pictures I printed, trying to figure out the layout I like the best. But before I glue them down, I'm just putting down some light turquoise grid washi and a thin yellow washi beside it. I'm sorry, those are really old and I don't remember where they're from. The pictures themselves that I've chosen, the top one is a picture of our dog Desi. We have a couple of couches that are back to back and there's a little space in between them. And sometimes when he lies there, it looks like he's a hot dog in between two buns. So we always say that Desi's hot dog in it when he's lying like that. The second picture I chose is a new recipe that Paul and I tried last week. We made homemade meatball sandwiches and they turned out really yummy. We made them on 2 full baguettes because we made them for the whole family, and it was just really fun and really tasty. So into the journal it went. The last picture going on this page is what I assume is the final bloom on our rose bush. We were surprised to see it, which made it even more lovely. And it's this beautiful, delicate color and of course smells so sweet. So I was really happy to catch it in the sunlight and be able to keep it on this page. Now that I have the core pieces down on this journaling spread, I start to look at it and figure out what I can add to make it feel balanced and complete to my eye. This grid washi is one of my favorites because it's so subtle. It doesn't draw the eye or dominate the page, but it does add a little bit of something, a little bit of pattern, a little bit of color, and I really like it on the top of that spread. Here I'm using my Uni-Ball Signo white pen to just outline the pictures that I've added. I feel like sometimes they feel a little incomplete or out of place if they're glued on without any sort of border, so I really like how that looks. Now I've pulled out my favorite sticker book, the Homebody by the Happy Planner, and I've brought out a sticker that says, "There's good in the world," which I think is a welcome reminder, especially right now. I've decided to put it on the right-hand page. I don't usually like to put two pieces with words on the same page. I just find that it's too busy and they compete, so I really like it over there. This is a High-Tech C Coletto pen that I won in a giveaway. It has some really lovely light blue or turquoise ink, so I'm just using it to outline Revelatory's piece because, again, to me, that helps it feel finished. This heart sticker is from a Happy Planner Color Story sticker book, and I love it. I love the bright color. I love the brush stroke look to it. And I just cut the sticker so that I can place one side on each page and I trim off the excess. I love the way this sticker looks. I think it brings the two pages together, and this is a spread that makes me hopeful, so that heart is perfect. I'm using a Zebra Sarasa 0.5 in the blue-black ink to journal about my feelings on Revelatory's post, on the pictures, basically a lot of the stuff that I've talked about in this video. And now I'm following Emmylou Art's lead and just putting a heart on it. I'm really glad to have gotten back into this journal, and I think that choosing a piece that really inspires and speaks to you is a great jumpstart, even if you just put that in and nothing else. I hope that you're all doing well, and as Revelatory says, being as kind as possible, especially to yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.